do here is go back, 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 back.
Ooh, well, good afternoon. And how's everyone's Saturday Funday doing? Oh boy, it's gonna be a it's gonna be a blast today. So, I've created some things that are gonna be fun. I wanted to talk about a couple of fun things on stream. So I hope I didn't keep you guys waiting too long. It's been a busy, busy day. So just so you know, we've got some stuff, right? We're gonna talk about our boy. We're gonna start off with some fun shit, right? So let me look at the chat since it got a little active before I got here. Sean, Boogie documentary, 2 tons of fun, Under the Bleachers by Seymour Butts. Old McDonald had an EIL 10 and 1/2 man. Fears of Oh, jeez. Okay, okay. So, for those of you who are not aware of our favorite boy, right? Let me show you. Let me show you our boy, right? Give me 2 seconds here, because it seems like it just doesn't want to pull it up. Oh boy. Oh no. There we go. There's our boy. If you haven't seen or heard of Boogie, this is him in his natural environment. This is after a woman has told him that he can't have it. There's no price that's high enough to pay for this. You can't have this puss, and this is what he does. Oh, jeez. Okay, so, man, this is fucking great. This is gonna be part of the start for this. So, this is our boy Boogie. Now, Boogie has, if you don't know who Boogie is, this is kind of his old content back in the fun days, right? Let me show you what Boogie does, and then let me know if the sound plays. I want to make sure this is working. Oh, this is him playing Magic with his friends and smashing a table with his bare fucking hands. Damn near giving himself a heart attack. Yeah, that's Boogie. If you ever wanted to know what Boogie does when he's not on stream, there it is. Let me bring this up a little bit. There we go. There we go. We need to see our boy. He must be hungry. The hookers called. They're charging back. They didn't say. Hey, listen, there's a limit. 600 pounds is not one man, so therefore you have to pay me double. Listen, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. So I'm gonna give a little bit of a primer here. So let me go ahead and pull up a little bit of content. Give me 2 seconds here, so I can get that going for you. I want to make sure I can clean up some sound here. Give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds here. Okay, sorry about that. Trying to make sure that Boogie's fan club wasn't coming for me. My dog started barking. He's our whale, and you can't have him. He's ours. What's going on, Trouble Cat? Welcome to the stream. Sad thinking what he used to be. Yeah, yeah, but listen, the thing actually gives us a little bit of a primer on what that used to be probably was. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make sure that the sound comes through because I don't want you guys to miss a thing. Let me know if the sound comes through. Okay. This is Boogie back in the day. Ah, shit. Oh boy. I already fucked up. Oh no. Oh no. Ah, motherfucker. Okay. Okay. Let me try it another way. Give me 2 seconds here. I want to make sure this. Listen, this audio is amazing. I can't not play it. Okay, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Listen, OBS, don't fuck with me. Yo, Becca, welcome to the stream. We're trying to get some audio issues out of the way because I want everyone to hear the magic that is Boogie. Right? Hold on, hold on. Okay, I have to do this manually. Damn it. Okay, I think that'll work. I think that'll work. That should help. Okay, let me know if the sound works now. Oh, fucking hell. See, this is the reason why I don't like this. Okay, okay. Let me do it one more time. Let me try this one more time. I try to be prepared. Listen, I was prepared today. That's bullshit. Oh, that's fucking bullshit. Okay, okay, okay. See, I try to be as prepared as I possibly could be for this. Quite on the listen. That mission in Spider-Man 2 was peak. Okay, the lady at the store at the game store told me so. She said it was going to be amazing. Hold on, let me see if I can do this. Okay. Okay, that should fix that. Okay. That was dumb as hell. Oh God. Oh, I'm boomering it up today. God dang. Like I've been trying to fix this shit all day. Like I've been working on this to try to get it right. And I promise you, listen, I've been working hard as fuck to try to get this audio to play. It just never seems to work the way I want it to. Okay, okay. Hmm, hmm. Okay, let me kind of get a little bit of things set up. Okay, all right. So we kind of went through a little bit of stupidity here. Give me 2 seconds here. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Trying to work a way through this. Okay, okay. We're gonna work around this. I promise. Bloop, bloop. This is what happens when you try to do things on the fly, last minute. You just want to get there. You just want to get there. So let's just skip over this for the moment. This is Boogie in his prime. Now, Boogie's had some controversies, a few foibles, a few fuck ups here. This is some pay no mind shit. So Boogie, he begs his fans to give him money so he can help him purchase a brand new Tesla. He's gonna start he's gonna start a road trip channel, right? Boogie wants to make a little bit of extra coin because his videos aren't doing so good. So he decides that he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna buy a Tesla because that's what we want to do. That's how we make our money is to buy a fucking Tesla, right? And go travel around the country. Now you would think that would be a great idea, right? But on the first road trip, this happens. So this is from Boogie, right? Photos from the front and inside. Honestly, it looks more salvageable. But he said I broke the axle hitting the ditch. So he's fucking around with his phone in his car and decides to just drop his car into a damn ditch and just roll the fucker all the way down. Now this fucker is destroyed, right? Grand opening, grand closing on his travel channel. Okay, so Boogie's had a little bit of he's had some troubles, right? This is our boy. He's had some troubles. Now, Boogie's having a little bit of money troubles. You know, I'm finally rich. This was a year ago, and then all of a sudden, listen, guys, I need your help. I just need a little bit of help. If you could listen, guys, if you could just help me here, we could crowdfund this bitch, and we could get our money back. Our money, our money. You must understand, our money. Okay. So Boogie has a little bit of problem. Broke the axle in the car. Why you got a lot? See that's not fair, CZ. Listen, he was going to be a road YouTuber, and things were going to go really really well for him, really swell, right? He had the plan in action, and he was going to see it through. Although he's broke now, he put $700,000. I think it's $750,000. He put into crypto. A friend of his told him that he was going to, you know, he was going to make a lot of money doing crypto. And what the fuck happened? What do you know? Surprise. All that money just went away. Let me see here. I'm trying to grab something to see if I can get this audio to play. Let's see. Now, because he's trying to do all this, right? Uh, he's spending a lot of money. But you might be saying, okay, so he spent a lot of money on that Tesla. But what else did Boogie spend money on? What else would Boogie, our good friend Boogie, spend money on? I wonder. I ponder. Now, it could be part of a lawsuit, and he went to jail because he pulled a gun on a YouTuber coming to his house to fuck with him. Right? Just a little bit. He just pulled a little bit of a gun on him. That's about it. That just happens from time to time. So Boogie pulls a gun on a guy named how do I put this? A guy named Frank Hassel shows up to his house. He's shit talking him all the way there, and he tells Boogie that he's going to show up to his house. So Boogie gets real nervous and goes in the house. And then when Frank Hassel shows up, he comes outside and fires a gun off. right over Frank's head, a warning shot in a residential district. And listen, it's in a residential area that happens to have, I don't know, a couple kids there. No big deal, right? No big deal. He's near a school. No biggie, guys. Okay, no biggie. So he ends up getting his ass clapped in court. So he has to pay for that. And then another thing happens. Let me see if I can pull it up. There it is. That's the one. We have a guy named JetNetTube on Twitter that says Boogie spent $200,000 on prostitute. That's crazy to me. I have 2 life rules. It's never do cocaine and never pay for sex. Doing scummy shit like this will give you a permanent self-confidence debuff you can't overcome. I did that. You give yourself new floor that if you're operating above, you're doing good. It drags you down, meaning average. So, Boogie has been paying for prostitutes. Our hero, our boy, Boogie2988, has been paying wholesale for prostitutes. Jeez. Let me see here. I've hit it just before. Between being high and hitting a patch of black ice, could have been worse. Had front as a driver's corner on one side of the ditch and the passenger rear corner on the opposite. Now that shit happens. That happens. Right? Okay, let me see here. Blood. I'm pretty sure he got arrested because he fired around into the air. I might be wrong. Yes. He fired around near a school district. That's the reason why Boogie has a felony on his record. Listen. Who has never felt as though when a man approaches your home to point a gun at him, that you don't open the door, Boogie. You just don't open the door. But our boy, he opened the door and he showed him the business and got booked. So Boogie decides that he wants to be an amateur boxer, which you've probably seen from Dazzin, right? Everyone's heard about the fight between Wings and Boogie. I can't show you pictures of that because Keemstar, the gnome, will show up to my house and send me a cease and desist. 200 grand for hose. That's cheaper than his ex-wife. Well, okay. So brass tacks here. So Boogie, the gentleman that he is, Mr. Everyone needs empathy and healing, and we're all sad. Called his ex-wife an Alabama 4. Now, listen. This looker right here called his wife, who is a relatively attractive woman, an Alabama 4. And Boogie has kind of hit a pit. He's hit a little bit of black ice in life, right? So here's where shit gets a little thick. Now, Boogie, who's basically breaking even every day. He did this fight with Wings of Redemption, which he lost horribly. Now, here's where things get a little bit interesting. So Boogie takes this fight, and he loses money taking this promoted fight that everyone wanted to see because they wanted to see Boogie actually get in the ring. He basically comes out in the red for the fucking fight. He makes no money, right? So this is his last resort. So Keemstar, being the opportune bastard that he is, decides to create this lolcow live channel that they're doing streams about lolcows. So he tried to get DSP He tried to get Boogie and fucking Wings of Redemption to do a fucking podcast together. Oh God. So this is where things get a little weird, right? So they're literally having to do lol-cow channels to make this money back. Now, I've been watching a lot of this documentary. I watched it like 4 times. This documentary. Oh, it's the best documentary I've ever heard of. Let me grab my timestamps real quick because I know I have them. Okay, and I think I got the audio fixed. So bear with me a second while I go ahead and kind of work through this. Let me know if the audio does not play because I want to make sure this shit is perfect. All right, so 2:34. There we go. I'll go with 2:30 or 6:30. There we go. All right, let me know if the sound plays. Okay, I'm thinking the sound might not. Oh God damn. Mm. All right. 1 second. Let me do one last thing. I want to make sure this audio fucking plays because it's fucking great. This is like the best audio I've ever heard of. And this will annoy me if I can't torture you with the bad audio of this entire thing. Because I'm telling you now, this thing is like the weirdest shit I've ever heard of in my entire life. Okay, let me try one more time. Let me see if the audio will play. All right, let's see. One of his escorts. He would have killed her if he rolled over. Did she have a tow truck or a crane just in case? That's pretty. Oh, come on. He's not that bad, okay? Oh, I can't fucking believe this. I need the audio to play, and it's just being a dick today. Okay. Oh God. So this fucker, right? He basically ordered like two major sized meals off the menu and ate both of those while dealing with this prostitute. He's taking them to dinner. He's taking them to the movies. He's taking them all over the place. This man is he's the pussy king, right? He's taking them all over the place, and I don't know how to feel about any of that, right? Like this is kind of the thing. Like, come on, man. Like, there's no way that you can do this and feel comfortable about it. Okay, let me see if I can get the settings to change. Give me 2 seconds here. Okay, let me see. All right, let me see if I can get one thing to work today. There we go. That's what I wanted. All right. So I'm gonna let this audio play because I think that that's kind of the thing I want to do. I figured it out, so I got the audio to work. Genius. I'm an absolute fucking genius. Let's go ahead and let's continue. I want to play this, so just deal with me for a moment. I'll be right back.
Liked beautiful women. I like to hang out with beautiful women, fuck beautiful women. We all do. I never got to do that. The women I dated were pretty, sure, but they were like Arkansas 8s, not LA 10s. With sugaring, I got to fuck some LA 10s, and I think that's cool.
We got back to the hotel, and I do regret to say that I slept with Boogie 2988.
When a woman says that she regrets ever fucked you, oh God. Okay, okay, okay. I'm trying to make sure I got this balance, so bear with me. Okay. Okay. So that should be better. So she already has said, I regret fucking Boogie. How do you live with yourself knowing that a woman who you've paid to have sex with you is like, I regret every last minute of this whole interaction? I don't know what to tell you, champ, but fucking you is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Oh God. Okay. Okay. Let's continue a little bit. I'm gonna mute myself for a second so that way you guys can hear the audio, because that's the only way I can pipe it through.
Overall, the experience, and I don't mean to fat shame or anything, but there was rules upon rules upon rules, and it took me a lot of time to find a stick. I am now married with 2 kids, and sleeping with Boogie is one of the reasons I quit sex work.
She's like, she fucked this man, and she was like, this is a no go. This is the lowest I've ever been in my life. I can't do this again. I can never go this low ever again. We're gonna have to. I'm a trad wife now. I will never fuck another floor rug with legs and a dick ever again. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, fucking hell. So this is where we are with this. So Boogie himself has now grossed this woman out to the point where she quit sex work. It's a little quiet, by the way. Yeah, this is what happens when you try to like make everything work 100%. Hmm, hmm. Let me know if that's better. Let me see if I can get the audio capture to come up a little bit. I'll bump it up. I'll bump it up to like 150. If it's still a little quiet, let me know. I'm just trying to make sure to balance everything out. But yes, so Boogie fucked prostitutes to the point where he is basically going and turning them into trad wives. Nothing I can say about Boogie will be as vicious as that. This is his documentary. He signed off on this. You must understand. Boogie signed off on this. He said, "Yes, this is perfect. This is the way that it should be." Right? Okay, let me go to my next timestamp, because I listen. This is what I was doing to prep for the stream. All right, let me see. It is 9:23. There we go. I'll go with 9:20. So he's back on his sugar baby website, right? Looking for ladies of the night to service his needs. This is what he was doing back in those days, right? Now, this is Boogie's thoughts on a lady. This is Boogie's thoughts. These are some things that he says. So just pay attention.
Go for, but there's nothing wrong with that. So I deserve to go to Disneyland with a beautiful girl, right? I deserve to go to New York and explore Times Square with a beautiful girl, right? Like, I deserve that, and I want that, and I've never had it. Man, if I had that money back, that would be half of my mortgage right now. That $1,000 is my entire health insurance payment. I don't know what the prostitutes did with it, and I hope they spend it in good health. But I sure could use that shit right now.
So our boy has burned through a majority of his money paying. He burned through a large chunk of his millions, right? Paying for prostitutes. This is what Boogie has done at this point. Now I can scroll through, right? He's got himself a new girlfriend. He hired her, and she was going to be the best girlfriend ever. Okay, so I'm going to skip past this and not play any audio. This is Boogie. This is Boogie at his boxing event. And as you can kind of tell, when you lose to Wings of Redemption, when a man loses to Wings of fucking Redemption in a boxing match, you already know life is bad. And Wings is not a healthy man. Wings is absolutely unhealthy. If unhealthy had a picture in the dictionary, Wings of Redemption and him making the whimpering noises be right there. Right. Well, to be fair, he does suffer from a terminal case of lack of self-awareness and lack of self-esteem, so I'm not surprised he signed off on it. Well, there is one section I want to play. This section, I think, would be the best section ever. So this is the last timestamp I have. So I'm going to play this, and I'm going to pop in, react harder, right? So give me 2 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and let this play.
Honestly, probably Steve. Let's go with Steve.
Okay, Steve, no problem. Whatever you prefer. And so you are here today because you are seeking employment.
Yeah,
You're seeking out new work opportunities.
absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about your background and where you think you want to go with the experience that you already have.
I did work at a small gaming store back in 2006, 2007. I am disabled, recognized by the state of Arkansas, but also the United States government. There's that. Now, the downside of that is I am extremely depressed, so there's some mental health issues that we bring to the table. And then physically, I am morbidly obese. I have no references, no work history, and no education. And when you Google my name, you might see rumors that I beat my ex-wife, and
You might see rumors. I may or may not beat my ex-wife. Oh, God. This guy. He's like the gift that keeps on giving. So, okay. So, this is Boogie in a room with a... She doesn't know anything about Boogie, okay? She yes, Sean, that you'd be correct. So, this is Boogie in a room with a lady who's trying to help him do a mock interview about basically trying to get him back into the working world because this content creation thing isn't working out so good. Right? He's like $750,000 in the hole here from paying for hole. You know what I mean? So now Boogie has to go back into the working world and figure out how to make this all work out. Right? He didn't beat her. He just turned fast and his move hit her. Listen, officer, he didn't hit me. He just moved a little faster than normal, and all of his body weight came flying into me. That's why there's a dent in the fridge. And he moved me out of it to get to the fridge to make sure it was okay. But yes, I want you to drink all this in. So I don't know if you know this, but I think chat's picking it up. Our boy Boogie has a little bit of a humiliation fetish. And because he has a little bit of a humiliation fetish, he pretends as though he's like the best dude ever, right? Oh, poor Boogie, poor Boogie. He has a humiliation fetish, and he's really, really, really a bit of a narcissist. And I'm not saying that in the girl wants to break up with a guy because he's a narcissist kind of way. I'm talking like he thinks really highly of himself. I deserve to have these prostitutes. Now, if you're wondering why he's selling himself so well right now, it's because Boogie doesn't want to work. Spoiler, I didn't tell you that. Just pretend I didn't say that. I'm going to go ahead and let the audio play. Let's go.
I'm also a pedophile. Should mention I'm also a felon.
Okay. What's the nature of your felony?
Aggravated assault.
How old is it?
About 2 years.
Okay. So I think there are some avenues you could explore. I definitely don't think it's impossible, but you have some challenges.
Yeah.
Lots of things in life are about your mindset, and you're using weight and disability. I can't. If that is the attitude that you're going to have when you approach everything, then you can't, and you won't.
I did work in the porn industry for the better part of 7 years, so I mean...
Be real with me. Do you really think it would be a good idea to go to a real interview and reference porn?
It depended on the job, I would think.
Well, it depends on the job, you see. So, I'm sorry. That kind of struck me a little raw. I've watched this like 4 times, and I can't tell you, this part is just like the best fucking part. So, Boogie, going into a mock interview, basically tells this woman, I may or may not have, beat my wife, and they may or may not think that I'm a pedophile on the internet if you Google my name, and but I really want to work, although I'm disabled and I'm overweight and I can't fight, I can't do anything, I'm too fat. But listen, I really want this job. By the way, I did porn. Oh, Jesus Christ. And the pause there. The reason I wanted this whole section to play was that big fucking pause. Do you really think this would be a good idea to mention to future employers at an interview? And he just sits there. He's tanking this baby as hard. Listen, the Hindenburg didn't go down faster than this. Jesus Christ, this is great. All right, let me play the rest of this and we can just bounce over to the next thing. Hold on.
Like at a strip club maybe, but probably not in a more professional setting, I would say.
Yes, I would say that.
What would you think his chances are here of getting employment in the next 3 months?
I'm not sure. When it comes to the felony, we would have to seek corporate approval.
Oh, I just want you to drink that in. Just drink all that shit in right now. Popular YouTuber Boogie2988 booked into Washington County Jail. Aggravated assault charges. This is the guy you want to come to work for you. This is your guy right here. Listen, just hey Boogie, do you think you can work today? I'm feeling a little agitated. You know what? You just stay home. You just stay on home and don't come in. Don't worry about it. I don't want. Listen, I don't want to get clapped with the glizzy. I'm good. So anyway, cold hot dogs are really tasty, don't you think? He signed off on this, by the way. I can't listen. He agreed to it. They put cameras in his home. Oh God, this is the best part ever. Oh well, actually no, this would not be the best part ever. The best part would be when he has sex with his girlfriend in the bathtub. I'm not even joking. I'm not even fucking joking. He decided it would be in his best interest to have himself film himself in the bathtub with his girlfriend buck naked. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, he had the dude who did the whole thing come into his bathroom and have to set up the camera to watch his girlfriend lay on his beach whale belly as they just curl up in the bathtub and like kiss and shit. How awkward do you think that is? Do you understand how awkward this guy's? His whole existence is ruined. He has to go home and just like lay in bleach for like 4 hours. There's no way that he's recovering from this. That guy looks like he was a heavy drinker after this documentary than before. Oh God. So this is pretty much the magic of Boogie. This is where Boogie's been. This is where he's at. Uh, and I think that this is my favorite part. That he just didn't want to take a job, and he just tanked that whole mock interview. He paid for the interview, mind you. He paid for that. Hire him as a table cleaner at a restaurant. He can eat off the tables and clean the plates off the. Oh God, gross. Like, this is the whole thing, right? This is everything Boogie wanted to put out there into the world. If you ever wanted to know why Boogie is the way that he is, it's this right here. I'm a big YouTuber. I deserve to fuck as many prostitutes as I want. What's wrong with that? I helped her through school. That lady might as well have said, "Hey, I slept with Boogie 29. I regret sleeping with Boogie 2988, and I am a card-carrying lesbian. There is nothing that will ever make me go near a phallus-shaped object ever again. I get uncomfortable in supermarkets looking at fucking mushrooms on the shelf. Right? If a mushroom falls towards me, I will curl into a ball and cry." Oh. But Boogie made this happen, right? This is Boogie's whole deal. He has a humiliation fetish, and he let a guy into his home to film this documentary. This thing has been watched by millions of people, and it doesn't get any better. It just does not get any better. This thing is just a fucking crash and burn of epic proportions. And I can't say that I'm surprised. I can't say that I'm surprised, but here we are, right? Boogie's doing great. All right. So I think that let me see where the best part is. There's one last part I wanted to play. There we go. Boogie's Better Help section. Okay, let me get this prepped here. Give me 1 second. I got to get the timestamp back. Okay. Here, let me grab the timestamp. There it is. Hold on. Let me go ahead and jump start this. Give me 2 seconds. We're gonna flip this up. All right.
There are plenty of different content creators that have various mental illnesses all over social media. And some just say, it is what it is, and this is what I'm going to do. Boogie tends to be really obsessed with this idea that it's favorable to have people feel sorry for you, and that kind of victim mentality where you can get further in life if people have compassion on you, regardless of the reason they're doing it.
I look awful. If I look like I've been through hell over the last couple of days, it's because I have been. Most notably, I ruined my body. Like Jerry, I ruined my own career. Maybe it was the imposter syndrome. Maybe it's because
It's been a method of, I think covert narcissism is the right phrase. Like, oh, look at how pathetic I am. You should feel sorry for me. You would never be mean to me because I'm so pathetic, right? Oh, I'm so fat. I'm so weird. I'm so goofy. I'm such an old man.
I grew up in an abusive.
So Boogie lets the cat out of the bag and basically tells you exactly what the fuck is wrong with him. He basically tells you right up front, I'm a covert narcissist, and I'm kind of a fucked up individual that basically makes you feel sorry for me, so you pay me money or watch my videos or buy whatever shit I shill. Come on, guys. Can you help old Boogie? And it's depressing, but it's the funniest type of depression. The reason I say it's funny is the fact that Boogie spends his entire life saying, I can't. There is no point that Boogie says I can. Unless it's going to get prostitutes, or unless it's going to not have to work, or do things that Boogie doesn't want to do. He has the absolute quickness to scream, I can't. But he can fuck prostitutes. He can take them to Disneyland and buy them shoes and make them feel special, right? Like, that is Boogie. It's like a human footstool. And while I feel depressed for Boogie, he doesn't want to do any better. And I can't get mad at him because this is what he wants. This is how he wants to live the rest of his life, being a shell of a human. But if you want to watch the rest of this, there's the channel is Mike Klum, right? He wrote this entire documentary about Boogie, and it is probably it's an official documentary that Boogie signed off on and told people to come watch. This is the most depressing. I won't say it's depressing, but it's just like, why would you make this? It's like a pre-ejaculator making a fucking porno. Like, why would you do this? This doesn't do anything good for you. But he made it, and this is what he did. So, here we are. Rock you like a hurricane. This is our guy, right? This is our boy. So, while we're here, let's move on to the next thing. So, I want to kind of look at some shit. From our good friend, Mr. Full Screen Boss Fight, our good buddy and our good friend. So, we've been having the longest gag talking about the best year in gaming ever, right? So, this is the Act Man bitching and complaining about Battlefield, what was it, Modern Warfare 3, the new Call of Duty. Now, mind you, I know that this is going to be like the best part, right? You paid $100 to play this prototype garbage and just get your shit fucked. And let's play this video. I want to play this video just so you guys can see this, since we got the fucking audio working. This is bullshit.
Nice, I got the glitch.
So what does the glitch do?
Oh my god, what doesn't it do?
Send the bleeding packet.
Oh my god, dude, it is like... It is... Oh my god, it's so bad. Holy shit.
So just imagine, you've paid, I don't know, upwards to like $190 dues to purchase this fucking game. And the game hasn't even been out like a week. I think it's been out for like maybe like almost a week at this point. And your shit is so fucked that you got dudes wall hacking. Sorry, fucking throat. You got dudes wall hacking. Just ruining your fucking experience. Just running your shit down. Just destroying your fucking game. And this is what you have to deal with for $170. Plus all the fucking character packs and DLC packs and all that other bullshit. Like, it's $30 for this and $40 for that. And you've already paid $100 for the fucking game. Oh my god. Now, again, I want to take this back to what we were talking about. This was the best year of gaming ever. Between this and Street Fighter 6, which, by the way, so someone made me aware of this, where PC players are fucking hacking and just ruining your shit. And that game costed you $100 as well. It's $100 for like all the shit. Like, if you got the Ultimate Edition, it's $100. And when they just said, fuck you. They just fucked your shit up. They just ruined your whole fucking day. Oh my god, this is fucking great. And speaking of more video game news, right? Just to kind of talk about some goofy shit for a minute, because I don't want to get into our main topic tonight until we get through this fun stuff, right? I don't want to blow the whole thing and bury the lead here, but let's just relax here, you know. So we're back at the orc shit again. People who can't differentiate the difference between fantasy and reality should be banned from interaction with fiction. They're blighted behind creativity and imagination. So we have a new game. We have a new people in the chat, right? So you've got a guy named Ghost of Felly. The zombies is fun as fuck. Yeah, the zombies is fun. I actually own it, right? I don't really care if I get wall hacked. I just go in there just to blow off steam and fuck off, right? But I only play with people that I know. And, like, I just try to avoid getting too angry, right? There's very few things in this life that can get me upset like that. And it's not going to be video games. That much I can tell you. That'll never happen, right? But let's take a look here. So let's see here. So from a ghost to Felly. I don't know what the fuck this is. It's some type of fucking furry or whatever, I'm assuming, right? I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But I'm assuming they're a Pacific Islander. I just got 55 today just by playing zombies. See, that's what I'm saying. Zombies isn't a bad... Listen, Call of Duty inherently isn't bad. But just knowing that people can hack your shit and fuck your shit up, it is kind of fucked up, right? Not fun. Not a fun thing. It doesn't make me happy knowing that. But it is what it is, okay? So let's see here. I once again ask for creators to stop representing native and indigenous people as some form of primal orc creature. People of Polynesian, Oceania, Melanesian, Micronesian, Pacifica, and SCA deserve better than having European representing them in TTRPGs as primal orcs. We've already been through this once before. So, the last time that we went through this orc shit, was when they were like, orcs might be black people. And it's like the weirdest fucking thing that I've ever heard of. Because if you're sitting around thinking to yourself, I think that this orc in my tabletop RPG reminds me of Jamal. I mean, they both have that look, They're both... Yeah, if you're thinking that, then there may be a problem, right? That's not a them problem. That's kind of a you problem. But no one is willing to address this. They're just sitting around going, I think that all of them are talking about us. It's like, why do you think that? I mean, I have this sloping forehead. No. That you just have Down syndrome. It's not the same. It's not the same. I'm sorry, my man. It's just not the same. But yeah, this is kind of the thing. Like, everybody's gone all in on this and just bitching and complaining, as they tend to do. But I'm having a good time just kind of seeing everybody just like, this is us. We obviously must be elves and all these weird fucking fantasy races. And getting their knickers in a bunch about it. I don't know why. It's like you want to take the worst parts of your race and then go, this is all us. This is just us. This is who we are. This is what we do. And it's like the weirdest shit I've ever seen. It's fucking weird, right? But no, I don't know, man. It just seems like, listen, the Polynesian update came out, and these guys were like, hold your poi. We're just going to go all in and say that we're the orcs now. It's like if you see tribal tattoos, all of a sudden it's you. And it's just fucking weird. I don't know what it is, man. Maybe one of you guys can answer that for me. Oh, shit. Let's go ahead and take a look at... Let's see what else is going on. Because I got a lot of shit for today. I just wanted to kind of cover... It's kind of like the stuff that popped up over the week. Now, I did cover this particular thing last time we talked. So, when I mentioned Sweet Baby, I didn't explain the link to ESG. Now, here's a conversation that came up a couple of days ago. So, this was the conversation talking about, like, the Miles Morales Spider-Man 2 thing. Which is its own separate thing, right? Everybody's pissed off at Spider-Man and the whole, like, diversity hire push and all that shit, right? And the Sweet Baby thing where you have, like, this woman who basically is documenting, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like a black woman, it's like a black female-led Yu-Gi-Oh! Thing that she tried to create, and it has something to do with white supremacy. This is what the lady who basically wrote the script for Spider-Man 2 does in her spare time. She is an accredited author, and she has the YA awards to prove it. So this is where shit gets interesting, right? So you've got a guy basically denying that ESG in video games is simply not a thing. That's not real. It doesn't happen. And basically everybody is basically kicking his teeth and basically explaining to him that fucking ESG is a thing. Oh, hello, Scratchpoint. Welcome to the stream. So this guy doesn't seem to understand that at some point ESG is actually a thing in video games. Now, just to make the quick connection here. ESG, if you don't know, is environmental, social, and governance. So the environmental, basically how much you pollute and all that other shit, that you get a score for that. And the governance thing is basically just how do you affect social change and things of that nature. Now, here's the magic trick. This ESG shit, I'm just going to kind of keep it light here. That's what keeps companies like, if you ever wonder why your movies are so woke, or you wonder why your games are so woke, or they're trash, or they're written by like companies like Sweet Baby. It happens because of people like this, because of the ESG scores. Now, just to take a little peek here, just to show off this little bit of information. Now, you can pretty much look right here at this little highlighted thing. Fuck everything else. This is just basically just the basics. Simply translating games developed under Japanese norms can end up hurting users unexpectedly due to historical, religious, or cultural differences. Number one, Sweet Baby isn't the only ones that are the problem. Guarantee other companies are out there doing the same thing. That's not even mentioning the test run reviews companies use for feedback. Two, they can make vast second... Oh, yeah. That's what I was going to kind of get at. But I covered this the last stream. I don't want to rehash it too far. If you want to go back, the stream is up. What is that? Our ESG approach? Oh, yeah. So it keeps company like Sweet Baby in play here, where those companies basically say, hey, we don't want you to lose any ESG points there, my guy. Just send us the script and we'll help you make it as ESG compliant as possible. That's why you see companies that are like, hey, you got too many white guys working here? Maybe we can find some diverse people to fix the problem. And that's what they do. So, big thoughts here, right? Number one, ESG is everywhere. If you ever wonder why your favorite shows, games, and all that shit has gone quote-unquote woke. And I know. Go woke, go broke. Not really. There's a thing called Hollywood accounting. What Hollywood accounting does is it lets you basically circumvent the numbers and still make a profit. So if they don't get raw sales off of people coming out to watch movies, they may take some of the loss, but they don't take as big a loss as you hear on paper. So when we all sit back and laugh and go, woke, go woke, go broke, or whatever, they still make a whole lot of money off of that shit. And we just sit back and think, yes, another company slayed. And then they make another garbage thing. And ESG helps them to produce more of that. It helps them to produce more things because they still get a profit no matter what it is that they do. Because if they can get those ESG loans, they can basically circumvent any loss they would take on this garbage they make. That's how you ended up with Forspoken. Is you got garbage writers who helped write garbage scripts to make a character who is a quote-unquote black character as unfucking likable as humanly possible. And you're thinking because no one bought the game or minimal people bought the game or people returned the game, they're going to take some type of major hit. Because back in the day, we used to be able to say, well, the market provides. Well, the market may provide, but ESG comes through on a pinch. So they don't always have to listen to you. They only have to cater to them because that money is guaranteed money versus your money, which isn't always guaranteed. That's why the audience doesn't have as much sway as they used to. Just a couple thoughts. But how can cultural diversity be evil and hurt people? Diversity is our strength, they say. Okay. Yeah, the Peter principle still applies. I've got Jamal over here and Mala. Both of these motherfuckers are the worst employees possible. They're put in charge of the highest level of fucking staff work possible. And the game comes out and it's a buggy garbage mess. Or a movie comes out and it listen, Marvel's level mess. And they get promoted up until the point where they're going to naturally be they can only fail. They can't go any higher than that because they can't be given any more responsibility. And that's what happens when you deal with people who are playing around with the ESG bullshit. And everyone loves to sit there and say ESG is this boogeyman that doesn't exist because it keeps popping up and then goes right back underground and no one ever sees it. No one ever remembers. You ever remember that shit? I remember that shit. I like old school Capcom, but this modern-ish can kick rocks. Yeah, but here we are, right? ESG will pay you to make garbage things. Like, if you ever wonder what would change the trajectory of a bullet, right? When you would go out and buy video games, you were the bullet, or you were the trajectory. It was trying to reach you. Now, companies like, I don't know, Capcom, Konami, and all these other places, they can get guaranteed money from the ESG loans that they get, as opposed to having to do anything to favor or cater to your potential likes and make you buy this thing. I mean, they automatically, do things like the the hype train effect, or basically the FOMO thing where it's like, hey man, we're all gonna get like Destiny 2. Don't like puss out and not buy it, bro. What are you a bitch? Come on, bro. We're playing Destiny 2. Well, we just got through playing Destiny like a month ago. Oh no, that's like the old shit. Like, we're doing new shit. Come on, bro. Or the Diablo 4 effect, where you had everybody, and I do mean everybody, coming out of the woodwork, coming out of their mother's house, just fucking Diablo 4, guys. It's gonna be the best thing ever. And Diablo 4 said, fuck off. You beat our game, now go play something else. Get out of our fucking face. Replayability, what's that? Go fuck yourself. Go fuck off. Go do something else. Come back to us when we're done doing whatever it is we're going to do. Oh, look, here's some season updates. And they want to make live service games. This is really what they want you on the hook for, that you can't get off the game. If you can log off, then they're not winning. But hey, this is the best year of gaming. 6 studios shut down over bullshit. Well, hello there. Wow, welcome to the stream, Lunatic. How are you doing? How did they manage to get me with RE Village? Dami Mommy and her girls are that game. Yeah. So that's how they get you. So they hook you in with bullshit like, oh man. If you ever wondered why it is they keep making all these remakes, right? I'm going to be honest. RE4 Village, or RE Village, I enjoyed RE Village, but I can tell you right now, right after Lady Demetreyu, Dami Mommy, Big Mommy Milkers, right? After you finish that particular chapter, the game just drops off a cliff. There's no excitement. The game starts to suck. Getting drunk, smoking ribs, can't complain. That's the fucking life, brother. But no, like, this is how they get you. They get you they get you in the door with the hook. Whether it's nostalgia baiting, because they love nostalgia baiting. They love that shit. Because they know. Do you remember a simpler time in gaming? I remember a simpler time. Don't you want to come back and have a simpler time? We made this game just for you. You play 15 minutes of it, it is modern day trash. And you ask yourself, why the fuck did I just spend $80 to $100 on this trash? Why did I do it? What's going on here? What the fuck is wrong with me? It's because they got you in your feelings. Or the hype train effect, where they go, this is going to be the best game ever, guys. Starfield is too big to fail. It's been 4 years in the making, brother. And you get it. And I can be honest with you. I own Starfield, right? Yo ho ho, I didn't buy that shit, right? However, I played Starfield. What did I get in the first 15 minutes? You're some random asshole on some random planet. You find an artifact that gives you all of this information. Some random dude shows up in a fucking spaceship after a 5-second fight and basically says, hey, you're the most important person on the universe. You should have my ship and just go and explore and do things, right? First 20 minutes of the fucking game. You go from being an interstellar nobody to being the most important person in the universe in all of 5 minutes. This is Fallout fucking 4 all over again. Heisenberg level was good. Every single time it does that. It gets you right there in the fucking feels. Now, the Heisenberg thing was perfect. That was like the last upswing. It was like being on a roller coaster at Disney. You're climbing and you're climbing and you're climbing, and then all of a sudden this big ass lull happens. And it's just like you were taking all these twists and turns, and all of a sudden it's that quiet section. You know, you get to catch your breath and go, man, this is getting pretty fucking boring for a ride. Like, what are we doing here? And then here comes more dips and trips, and then the game's over. And you're just like, okay, well, I mean, I spent 40 hours playing this. What the fuck do I do next? Well, we got more DLC. Come on. There's always something to do. Yeah. More sucked, and I killed after... See that? Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the girl. Yeah. The puppet girl, I felt bad. I felt bad about. I didn't like killing the puppet girl because she was just lonely, and I was like, oh. But at the same time, like, what was the point? What was the real point of doing all this? Like, the energy was sucked out of the room just as soon as you got started into that part of the chapter. That was like, it's like this roller coaster. Every other turn, it gets really, really slow. But that's gaming, right? So, this is where they get you. You've already purchased the game, and if you know anything about Steam or PlayStation, because I do, once you get your first achievement, you're kind of stuck. If it's within the first, I'd say, hour, they have the ability to deny you actually getting back, basically refunding the game. They've done this on so many levels. They make it very difficult to return these games, and even if you return them, you still count, especially if you pre-ordered. I mean, I'm just saying. Like, maybe I'm seeing this wrong. Maybe it's just an old man's dreams here, but I'm just telling you right now. Think about that. Damn, this has got me thinking big fucking boy thoughts. This is why I like being able to design my own missions for multiplayer combat sims. Yeah, I mean, again, you're living life on a very, very different mode than other people. Yeah, you get a lot of infinite replays, but modern gaming with its modern bullshit basically makes it so that you can't have that level of choice. And it's been that way for a while. But you know, this by the way goes back to the thing that I was talking about before. So somebody on the internet basically told myself and my co-host Spiracy on the Real Negro Hours that this is the best year of gaming ever. 2023 is the best year for gaming ever. Listen, pay no mind to Redfall, right? With its AI and its bullshit it's bullshit weird, like, diversity characters are all fucking paper thin stereotypes. And the AI that sucked ass, and they had to give you a big ass I'm sorry and shut down a studio. Buy Arcane, you're gone. Gollum, absolute dog shit studio. Oh, look, there's another studio that folded after giving a big ass apology. We're gone. Anthem. I know Anthem's an oldie, but a goodie, but they finally got back with us, right? After like 5 years of waiting. Listen, guys, I know that Anthem wasn't what we wanted it to be, but we're going to fix it, guys. We got a roadmap, and we're gone. There you go. Every single fucking time. It doesn't matter what it is. It gets rid of anything that does not because if it doesn't make any money, then it's got to go. 2023 is like the worst year of gaming because all these studios who've had like big names. Forspoken came out just last year. Crystal Dynamics, the same place that made all those Tomb Raider games, the new ones, like the press X to dodge rape Tomb Raider games. Yeah, those are gone too. They closed down Crystal Dynamics. We've never seen this level of destruction in the gaming industry before, but hey, right? But you get the new games, right? Hey, man, it's almost the end of the year. You're getting your new games. Come on, brother. It can't be that bad. Even though that you're not going to have those studios to make any more of those sequels go forward in the next, like, year or so. But, you know, hey, no biggie, right? Nothing wrong here. There were better games in the 1990s. You're damn right. Doesn't matter. We have flashy graphics of representation. Best year ever. every year from now on. Yeah, that's pretty much my point. They're going to say that every year because, again, you've got, like, every one of these motherfuckers are complete consumers. Yo, Otaku, welcome to the stream. But, yeah, you've got consumers out here that are just going a little ham. You know, they're excited. You know, they don't seem to learn the big lessons. You know the lesson, you know. And if you're not familiar with that particular lesson, I can tell you right now, it is a very simple one.
Don't ask questions. Just consume product and then get excited for next product.
Yeah. Yeah. Never learned it, never picked it up, never figured it out. No. We don't know what the fuck that is. I've been saying it all year long, and I continue to say it every year. But hey, you know, I don't give two shits about graphics. See, you and me are in that same camp, but then again, I'm an old guy now. Like, I'm not the demographic, quote unquote. It's the Zoomers who have no money that are the new hotness, right? They give a fuck about graphics and their gameplay is trash. They don't care about story. They just care about having something to do. But, you know, hey, welcome to gaming in 2023. The peak pinnacle of gaming. Even though the gaming peaked like 2018. But hey, maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe I'm seeing it wrong. Capcom and the 6th Gen was cooking. I'd say right before DMC was Capcom's best years. But hey, you know, the best year of gaming ever, guys. Hey, we're going to fix it. We're going to fix it. Didn't we give you Devil May Cry 5? Yeah, that's fine. But what else you got? It can't all be Resident Evil remakes and remasters and shit. Dredging up a long dead fucking franchise from the brink of literally. Monster Hunter has been basically shelved for almost, I'd say, since the DS pretty much. Like, I think Unite and Freedom were the last two major titles that anyone gave a fuck about, and then all of a sudden they just shelved it for a while. Then all of a sudden they saw World just get all of this energy, and then all of a sudden let's keep making them. We gotta make more. Come on, guys, we gotta make more. And it's inspired clones and ripoffs, and all of those games kind of fall by the wayside. That kind of shit. Tukiden and I think it's Valiant Hearts or whatever the fuck it is from EA. You know, that kind of shit. Ooh. Not for Volition. Yeah, again, Volition, another remaster, a remake that just goes right in the fucking garbage. By the way, they put that on PlayStation Plus for free. They're going to make Shiva ugly again in the remake, aren't they? Probably. If Shiva makes it, she's going to be hideous. I mean, let's be honest. They already added the new skins for Mortal Kombat 1. Look at all these iconic old costumes that we've nerfed. They took the safe route. The Natara and Sindel costumes from Mortal Kombat 1. I don't know if I have that. Let me go see if I can pull it up. Give me 2 seconds here. So they made these new skins. They're like copies. They're almost, quote unquote, identical copies of the new skins, right? But they're iconic skins, quote unquote. They're copies of iconic skins. I think one of them is for Natara. Let me see if I can grab it. Give me 2 seconds here. I think I have it here. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Because they made this skin based off of Natara's appearance in Mortal Kombat on the Nintendo 64. But I gotta be honest. They fucked the skin up. Like, they changed the skin because they don't want to show that much skin. Can't be having that now, boyo. No, that'd be a bad time. Wouldn't want that. Wouldn't want you to pop a boner this time. No. Good boys don't do that. Right? So they changed all these skins around and switched all this shit around so that way you don't have to, like, think about it. But these are the new skins. And that's where we are. If you ever wondered why it is that gaming sucks now, It's because, hey, we're just not going to give a fuck. Hey, but we want you to keep buying our games. God damn it. This makes me depressed. This is a little bit of a black pill for me. Jesus. Okay, there it is. There it is. I think I got the image. Okay. Let me grab the image and drop it over here. Bloop. There you go. So this was Natara back when she was originally brought into Mortal Kombat, back in the Nintendo 64. And this is Natara's costume based off of it. These look exactly the same. If you look from left to right, they're exactly the same. Yeah, listen, they're exactly the same. Don't worry about it. But that top-notch voice actor from Megan Fox, yo. I meant RE5, but that too. No. You're fine. You're fine. I played first Mortal Kombat on arcade machines in the cafeteria at Wake Forest University. That's iconic. I mean, I'll be honest. I've been playing since Mortal Kombat, like the original Mortal Kombat. Like I've been playing that long. I guess you could say I'm an old fuck now, right? But this is what used to be acceptable on the right here, and this is what it is now. It seems the more that we've moved forward, we've just taken so many fucking steps back. But speaking of voice actors, I think it's time to get into our last topic for the night. I got a lot of stuff for this one. But before we move on, I just want to get down to this last part. Let's start this off strong. So, this is from our good Charizard Kazune. I love the channel. I've followed this guy for years. If I had a nickel for every YouTuber turned insufferable dub voice actor who had a Wojak template made, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't that much, but it's weird. It's happened more than once. Now you got our boy here, you know, the bass Chatterino. I don't know if you remember this from the last stream I did. Pro ZD. This guy who basically was bitching and complaining that he's only allowed to play as Asians, even though he wanted everyone who's white to only play as or voice act as white characters. That guy. Yeah. There he is. We've got the new one. The new hotness. This is Yonger. He's a famous YouTuber, haven't you heard? You know, I've seen some of his voice work. If you want to hear some of his amazing voice work, I'm going to go ahead and play some for you. Give me 2 seconds here.
Today is Funday in California. Huh? Choose.
There you go. That's Young's best voice work ever, right? He's been the best voice worker ever in history. He's the best boy. Right. Let me check out chat for a second. I was in basketball camp there, maybe 12 years old. Years ago on the Destructoid forum when Hyrule Warriors came out, people were having a fit over a CIA appearance. 2, I said new FPSs come out every month with new gruesome ways of dismembering enemies, but a game with a little bit of skin and everyone loses their mind. Yeah. Welcome to gaming where I can watch Omni-Man rip a man's head off and shove it down his fucking throat. But if a little bit of titty meat, I'm offended. Get that shit out of here. You just watched a fucking lizard man spit acid down a woman's throat and burn her alive from the inside, or someone put a fucking a weird ass parasite in a woman, or a character you're finishing off in the most brutal way possible, or at least, you know what? Let's go even deeper. The Last of Us Part 2. It was a murder cycle. It's like a murder cycle show. Like you literally watched like brutal murders happen. You had like the developers have to look at crime scene photos to get that gore just right. How would it look? Would I have a man get stabbed in the face with a knife? Let me go ahead and show you these photos. Titty? Oh God, no. No, get that out of here. No. Is that an anime woman with big titties? Get her out of here. That's discriminatory. Now, now that you got that out of your brain, now that that's out of your brain, it's no longer on your mind. Can you look at these crime scene photos to watch this woman get brutally shot in the chest? We got to have it right for a release. Yeah. This is where we are, folks. This is the shit that we're into, right? But I gave you a little bit of a rep the PS Vita girl. Man, you ain't said shit I ain't heard, and I don't believe. Someone put that parasite in a woman. LOL for Boogie having sex. I regret this so very much. Oh shit, I'm still not 100%, but that's just so fucking funny to me. So I made the joke about Young, yeah, that was his voice acting work. I can't, you know what? I'm so enticed. I want to hear it twice. Hold on.
Today is Funday in California. Huh? Choose.
Yeah, don't pay any mind to Young, yeah, his amazing voice acting work, right? Okay with violence and girl, but cleavage is a no-go. Pretty much, yeah. You can watch Abby brutally beat Joel to death with a fucking golf club and get ramrodded from behind. But anything that looks attractive to a man, that's a no-go. The male gaze is too strong. We can't be having that. That's the new update. It's only ugly, pale. Listen, it's women that look like pearly things in the face. That's the only thing you're allowed to look at. I hope you're used to it. I hope you get used to it. Right? She's like Julia. Listen, and like I explained to someone else, pearly things at 25 is what Julia Stiles is at 50. Massively unattractive. The middening. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what? Let me jump into Young, yeah, for a bit. Because Young, he's a genius, right? He decided that he was going to come out and tell everybody how wonderful he is as a voice actor. He's excited to be a voice actor. He's like the best voice actor that's ever been. And Young, for whatever reason, has let it go to his head just a teeny tiny, itty bitty little bit, right? I mean, I don't know why, I don't know how, but he says that he's super excited and happy to be a voice actor, and he can't just shut up about it. Now, people have criticized him on the internet about these things. Now, this is how excited our boy is about being a voice actor. Now, he's made quite a few videos here. I'm not going to say that very many, but he's made quite a few, right? Like, don't ask. Yeah, I mean, he's made a few videos, just a couple, right? Julia Stiles wasn't all that to me, too skinny. Listen, man, she's working at a Walmart now. You can have all of it. She's thickened out over the years. Don't worry. You can have all of that, Pat. All that Jello. That, and she stocks the Jello, too. A little cancer for the day. All right. So this is our guy here. He's made a few videos about him reaching the pinnacle, reaching the top of the voice acting world. Some people disagreed just with him just a little bit. They disagree with him just a teeny tiny infinitesimal bit, and this is what happens. This is from our boy Fratanga. Turns out the tweet that got me blocked by Young Yeah was the one I was defending him. He basically came into the conversation and says, "Damn guys, he may be terrible as Kiryu, but you are really going to resort to cancel culture on this man, because they all came for his fucking throat, right?" And he blocked them for this. Now I can kind of understand why he would block them. The reason that he blocked them. Let me read this to you in Young Yeah vision. There will always be a loud minority who will claim I get cast because I'm a YouTuber. FYI, I've been acting longer than I've been YouTubing. I earned Kiryu. Spent days perfecting my auditions. If they only cared about following the numbers, they just cast Mr. Beast for everything. And you can see there's a little hidden icon, because everybody who had anything nasty to say about him, he just hit the comment. He was a little bothered. He was a little upset. But I don't want to throw too much shade on his name. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Now this is the competition. This is the guy who was the last voice actor. I'm gonna turn the sound on to that. Give me just 2 seconds here. So just a moment. Let's see.
So you came, Ichiban Kasuga. You seem to know me, but I don't know crap about you. Don't you think that's a little unfair? Didn't peg you as someone who gets hung up on little stuff. There's nothing little about it. Isn't it normal to wonder that kind of shit? Okay, how about this? You can learn who I am, or what Ryoauki is up to. Pick one. Want to know more about me?
That's not Yonger yet. Don't worry. We're gonna get to him. We're gonna get to him, right? Here's Yonger's voice acting here. This is his work.
もう3分待ってくれたら素直に感謝できたんだよな。
Okay. Now we got it.
You know, had you just waited 3 minutes, I'd have been a little more grateful. Yeah.
町の情報通何人かに接触して渡りはつけた。
I made contact with a good number of people. Just waiting for them to get back to me.
あんたは相変わらず一言余計だ。
There's always something extra, isn't there?
余計な話はいい。例の人物について。
Let's cut the chit-chat. You got any info for me?
日本人。確かなのか。
Japanese. You sure about that?
いい加減な情報だな。
Somehow that is.
なんだそれ。
They what?
そいつの特徴。他に何かないのか。
So he was naked. Anything else stand out?
So these are okay. So to kind of just kind of put this together, this is the side-by-side for our good boy Young. So this is the Japanese voice actor for the character he's playing, Kiryu Kazuma. He does the English version, and this is the Japanese version. So I don't know how you might feel about it, but I feel like the Japanese version sounds like an actual Japanese gangster versus like the dude on the left, the second guy who sounds like he would be fuddling it. Like, this is the same guy who was pushed around by Jason Schreier. So there's nothing imposing about Young yet. We can kind of tell, right? So this is the character that he is voicing. He is a I would say tough guy gangster in the Japanese Yakuza, the Japanese mafia, so to speak. And he sounds like a pencil neck geek. But don't. He earned the role, guys. Don't worry about it. You know what? I'm gonna play some more stuff for you. You ready? You ready, chat? I'm gonna wow you with music. Are you ready for this? I hope you are. We're doing this. I hope you hate me at the end of it. Good luck, guys.
Justice, we're breaking the law, breaking the world together, throwing out all tenderness, we're breaking the rules. No cause, no choice, no going back to how it was. No slowing down because we'll keep our heads high. Our fist raised till we die. We're living by our own judgment.
But he's earned Kiryu. He earned this. He earned this role with his hard blood, sweat, and tears. Yes, this is our boy. This is the best boy ever. He earned this role, right? So, since you got to hear that, he's gotten more. They're giving him more work, right? His top tier, absolute Chad, pathetic. Come on, listen. Okay, his top tier voice work has gotten him more work. You must understand, right? I finally can announce I'm in Persona 3 Reload as one of the social links. I voice Mamori Hayase from the rival track team. Persona 3 was my introduction to this amazing series, and it's a huge honor to have me to be part of it. Thank you, Atlas West and PCB Productions, for having me. Young out. So they keep giving this bastard work. The industry, the voice acting world, are sitting here brawling about white actors playing as any character who seems a little too dark to be brown. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're slightly like a baked bread level of brown, you're out. You got to give that up. You got to again, in America, we have that happening every single day. You've got people like Hank Azaria. He's not going to do the voice of Apu anymore. We got to give that to a man of obviously Indian descent, right? Cleveland Brown. We can't have anybody white voice Cleveland Brown. We got to have a brown actor do a caricature of Cleveland Brown being the guy who did the voice before. We have it in gaming. It's everywhere. It's rampant, and it's never going. Well, for now, it's not going away. But they keep giving people like Yonger work, and it'll never go away because they can't seem to get over themselves. Like this is the guy who's going to be the voice actor for a game. Now, mind you, they paid Yonger. They paid Yonger to do the voice for Kiryu in the last game, which would be, I think it's called Like a Dragon, the man with no name. But something happened. Something really weird happened. So, it's somehow released without his voice work. I wonder how that happened. Oh no! How that happened? Oh no! Like that, I don't know what to tell people, right? They literally released the game that he's supposed to be like the voice of the character, right? But he didn't make it into the cut. I don't know how it happened. I don't know why it happened. Maybe you guys can help me with that. Like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm on a spaceship, right?
Oh no! What happened? Oh no, how terrible! That's just awful! How terrible! Oh no!
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a mystery. The voice dub that Yonger did just didn't make it to the cut. It's going to come out as DLC later, guys. Don't you worry. We're going to make sure in an update that we're going to put his voice in this game and you can play with his amazing voice acting. At some point, we don't know yet. We'll get to it when we can. Okay? Okay? We paid him already. Just deal with it. Oh, he doesn't know how insane the Persona fan base is? Yeah, but I don't think he understands. They're going to suck this up because, like, you got to understand the Zoomers don't know anything about any of this. They're going to be cool with them. But if he's ever said anything naughty in the past, they're going to... That sounded yeah. I have a few clips on my soundboard. Shh. Yeah, don't worry about it. The left are racist. They pretend to fight against. Entertainment is full with leftists. What did you expect? Well, anything that involves the arts is going to have a bunch of lefties. Just like with, I don't know, a certain Spider-Man that everybody really loves pushing, that Miles Morales shit. It was created by Michael Bendis. Brian Michael Bendis, the same guy, right, who is a huge... Do you know why the character even exists? He's a huge lefty, right? He created the character because he thought to himself, this character was created in 2000. Most people don't remember this, but I can remember this because I was there. It was created in 2000. Why was it created? Because if Obama could be president, then why can't we have characters that match his kind of makeup? So we took a Latinx brown person, black person hybrid, and we clashed them together, and we got Miles Morales. There you go. That's what happens, right? Expect the unexpected. Everybody loves this shit, right? But they suck it up. They eat it up. They can't shut up about it. But hey, right? Now it all trickled down, and now we've got Yonger. Yonger, he's living the dream, boys. They're finally paying him for his voice work. And he even unblocked me just to let everyone know how successful he is. Just to reblock them the moment they give him the slightest bit of shit. I didn't want him to block me so I can make this video. Oh, main character syndrome? Oh, dude. No, most definitely. They solved the secret of how he gets his voice so smooth. That wonderful cadence in his voice. Yes, that is him actually drinking a bottle of Soylent. Him and James Rolfe, the best two reviewers on the internet, are out here drinking fucking Soylent. Yeah. Just deal with it, right? Just accept it, okay? All right, let's see what else we got here. But yes, so Razor Fist, he just gave him a little bit of criticism, just a little razzle-dazzle, shit on him a little bit. You're a YouTuber. You're used to that. The downvote button used to exist. I know that it hurts your fifis or whatever, right? But just remember, you better not laugh. You better not jab. Don't even consider a little stab. Youngie is on a block spree. Also, shout out for Razor Fist. May he live as he was banned. Never give a shit about Young. The moment that he announced that they were doing his voiceovers and he put clips up, people shit on him so bad that he blocked the fuck out of them. And he couldn't handle it. He got so upset. He got so salty. He got a little mad. Just a little ass mad, right? Just a teeny, tiny bit ass mad. Let me see if I got the other clip here. Give me 2 seconds. Let me take a look. I think I got the other clip. I'm going to pull it up real quick. Just 2 seconds. So, again, chat, I thought I'd just go ahead and kind of give you all the pieces of the pie here to make this thing work, because I got to be honest, they're fucking mad right now. Youngie is big fucking mad. I don't know why, though. He should have known that people were going to give him shit about his terrible voice acting. Like, I don't understand why he is so upset about this. Don't have any fucking clue. But I do have one more clip to play before we finish up. Let me go ahead and put this one right here. There we go. Bloop. There's the clip. And I'm going to go ahead and play this without any commentary from me. I'm just going to let you guys soak it in. Bear with me a second. Here we go.
Don't tell me. Kiri-san, I don't have a bald patch, do I? And I think the bullet ripped a chunk out. Does it look bad?
Can't say I see any difference. The tips are a bit burned. But your hair looks like it's seen more bullets than one.
What? Because it's standing up on end? Look, pal, I'll have you know this is a custom job. Ah, shit, don't tell me. Kiri-san, I don't have a bald patch, do I? And I think the bullet ripped a chunk out. Does it look bad?
Can't say I see any difference. The tips are a bit burned. But your hair looks like it's seen more bullets than one.
What? Because it's standing up on it?
Okay, there you go. That's his best work, chat. That's his best work. I can't get any clearer with you. He is a voice acting genius. And if you go to Twitter and tell him anything other than that, he is going to block you. He is very sensitive about his voice acting work. So please, I'm not saying do anything, just know. If you tell him how wonderful his work is and it's less than stellar, he will block you. I think I got just one last thing left. This is just the last thing. This is just kind of because I brought it up earlier. So you're ready for the last domino to fall this year? For the best year in gaming segment, I thought I'd throw this in because it was just a last minute nothing burger that a lot of people overlooked. But I didn't. I saw the quality here. I saw the beauty of this. So, I hope you're ready, Chad. I hope you're fucking ready. Let's see here. Before I jump into that, let me go ahead and finish up one last thing here. Let's do this. Ever consider that most of social media was either a mistake or was used as a weapon? Okay, before I get into that, I'll have a big boy thought for you. Yes and no. Internet 1.0 was amazing, right? We allowed people from all over the world to share information and to talk to each other on bulletin boards and kind of give a lot of how-tos and things like that. Now, fast forward a little bit, we created YouTube. Now, YouTube was a wellspring of funny content, funny videos. We had Vine, all those things to make all those funny little GIFs and content that we love so much, right? Now, it did one unfortunate thing. The Tumblr effect, right? Where you get a bunch of weirdos together who all kind of like want to basically build a perpetual hug box. They all want to hang out amongst each other and pretend that, me liking anthropomorphic mouses, having sex with cats is not weird. And if she's inflated to like 3 times the size, that would be great, right? Now, normally back in the old days, back in the 70s and the 80s, before the internet, if you had a lust for mouse puss, someone in the neighborhood, someone at your school, someone at your job would beat you with a sack of potatoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you used to get run out of town for that. And then you would learn, hey, maybe I shouldn't lust for, mouse puss or anthropomorphic porn or whatever, right? Maybe we shouldn't do that. Maybe that's a bad idea. Right? Maybe that should be probably no bueno, right? It used to be a time like that back in the real world when people had to face the real world and expect things like that. Then Tumblr happened, and they sat there like a plague boiler, coming up with all these weird, like, headmates and social, gender is a social construct shit. And they sat there in their little plague bubbler, and a lot of people didn't get exposed to that. I was on 4chan, and I got exposed to that pretty succinctly. So I saw this one day, these people were all going to grow up and get jobs out in corporate America, and they were going to make a problem for everyone. So I tried to warn people about it. Like, as we all did, Gamergate, #Gamergate, right? As we tried to warn them that this was going to happen in the greater numbers, fast forward 10 years down the line. Well, 2017 happened, right? And then it all exploded. They took away the neurodivergent weird porn that these people crave over there in Tumblr land. So they exodused it out of Tumblr. I don't even know if that's a fucking word. They exodused out of Tumblr. And they went into the real world with all of their ideas and politics and shit. And now you have them everywhere. And they're trying to make their numbers grow. So anytime you have a kid who's like, I don't know, I feel boring and I'm uncool, the moment they slap a new label on themselves, they just flaunt it everywhere. And that was Tumblr back in 2012, 2015, somewhere in there. This was like back in 2014, right? Tumblr was in full swing. So if you ever wonder where that shit came from, it's been around for almost, I'd say, closer to 10 years. Yes. No, well, Tumblr was the plague boiler, and it got loose. It broke containment, and now we're dealing with it in the here and the now. Now, normies, the people who weren't on the internet as heavy back in like Internet 1.0, now figuring out that these weirdos have had, it's almost canonized. It's not like new ideas. They've been there for a very long time. All the shit you're seeing in the here and the now, it's been there for years. And now normies have to smell it. Because I've been smelling it on the internet for years, and it's just been... smells like cat food, right? But hey, just a little 2 cents here. I'm just here to entertain. Listen, normally I keep my big boy thoughts to myself. I could talk about this shit for hours, but no one wants to do a 10-hour stream, okay? So, I'm going to read the chat here before we get into our last part here. 200 years ago, they would just burn you as a witch. Yeah. If you float, if this piece of wood and you float, then you'll be burned as a witch. But if you drown, then you were a good Christian, and therefore you would get a good Christian burial. Even though your neighbor who reported you, Myrtle, she gets to go home and eat a fucking whatever medieval people, whatever people in the 16th century got to eat, meat pies or whatever flavorless shit they got from England, right? The Anglos. Let's see here. I'm still mad that Young voices Arios and trails into Reverie, and he is not fit for the character. He's voiced a lot of characters he's not fit for. He again, they keep giving him work because he's a known YouTuber. And because he is of a certain persuasion, he moved from his home state to California to pursue his dreams, and he is now living the California lifestyle. Right? It's San Fernando Valley Bros. Right? He's now there, and because he gets to live in that San Fernando Valley, San Francisco treat life, right? This motherfucker cannot shut up. Like, I remember him, like, during I think it was the 2016 or 2020 elections, where he was like, I am an Asian of color, and I feel oppressed in this country. And it's like, Young, you run a fucking YouTube channel. You don't work in rice fields or coal mines, my guy. At what point are you being oppressed, you dumb bastard? I won't even get into that because it's political, and I try to not be political on this channel. My politics would hurt a lot of you. So, I'll skip over the politics talk, and we suffer the consequence. Listen, Tumblr was never a mistake. It was supposed to be a sealed environment that kept the crazies in, but we opened the door to the asylum, and here they are. But let's finish this off. Let's go into this. So Dom the Bomb says, the Lord is testing us Naughty Dog fans in 2023. First off, if you're a fan of Naughty Dog, there's already something wrong with you. But let's continue. 2 major high-profile Naughty Dog employees leave the studio. The Last of Us multiplayer game delayed. The Last of Us Part 1 PC delayed and then broken launch. Developer layoffs. The Last of Us 10-year anniversary. The Last of Us Day, no game or TV news. No Last of Us multiplayer update. Look, we were promised in 2023. So let's look at some of this real quick. Let's see. The head of our technology, the head of I can't seem to talk today. Jesus, let me have a drink real quick. Hold on. All right. Our head of technology, Christian Garling, has decided to leave Naughty Dog after an amazing 17-year career at our studio. We're grateful for his many contributions to the studio, our games, and his teammates. We will miss Christian greatly and wish him the best of luck where his path leads next. Travis McIntosh, a 19-year veteran at Naughty Dog, will succeed Christian as the head of technology. Interesting. This is some Jack Murphy. Listen, guys, it's going to get worse. Hold on. The Last of Us fans. We know many of you have been looking forward to hearing about our looking forward to hearing more about our Last of Us multiplayer game. We're incredibly proud of the job our studio has done thus far, but as development has continued, we've realized what is best for the game is to give it more time. Our team will continue to work on the project as well as our other games in development, including a brand new single-player experience. We look forward to sharing more soon. We're grateful to our fantastic community for your support. Thank you for your passions for our games. It continues to drive us. I'm not gonna read all of this. Let's see. Let me see. Let's get right to it. More bad news, guys. We initially announced The Last of Us Part 1 PC would be released in March 3rd, but we decided to push its launch date out a few weeks. It will now be released on March 28th. By the way, that I'm not even going to read the rest of this because this is absolute trash. But yeah, they broke the fucking game. It takes you like 20 minutes to load that bitch up. The Last of Us Day is nearly upon us. We're celebrating The Last of Us Day stream tomorrow at 9 p.m. Pacific time, featuring announcements focused on art, merch, and more. No games. While we're not honoring the series' 10-year legacy, we will not be discussing any future game or TV show projects at this time. I think this picture sums it up, right? Everything's fine. It's all fine. This rage right here is just boiling underneath the skin. Oh God. Anyone who wants to know why the Xenoblade and Persona fandoms have turned into absolute poison, Tumblr refugees. Yes, that and minors. So you've got a lot of minors on the internet who have come into the Tumblr lifestyle by proxy, because the Tumblrs came over to Twitter or X some years ago, and they've been like building little cabals of like maps and all types of creepy shit over there. Furry fandoms, furry commies, and all types of shit. So they've been building like little like hug boxes, and taking those hug boxes to Discord, where they're like, "Hey, you seem so mature for your age, little guy. You want to join my Discord? Come on, we can hang out. You know, and are your parents home? Yeah, all that kind of shit, right?" But you know, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, just weird, creepy adults who have weird, creepy sexual fetishes. You know, hanging out with kids on the internet, because you know I run into a lot of minors on Twitter.com these days. But hey, it's cool, right? You know, as long as their parents don't know. Haha, you seem so mature for your age. Haha, we should hang out. Haha, I'm going to jail. You know, those fuckers, right? Remember when they bought all those awards? Because there was no way that game beat Ghost of Tsushima that year. Well, those awards are not about what you do, but who you know. You could make a game that's a 10 out of 10, but because Ghost of Tsushima got a lot of flack from Americans about a Japanese representation that the Japanese were completely fine with, the Japanese were in love with Ghost of Tsushima. Why? Because they were upset that they couldn't get more of it. That's why we got a second game in the works. Ghost of Tsushima touched every bit of that nationalistic, good old-fashioned Japanese zeal that they love so much. You know, this is some Yamaguchi level of never let evil take root energy, but in like Genghis Khan's day, right? So this was the absolute best game that had ever been released by them, and the Japanese loved it. They were like, yes, you figured out how to make a samurai game that feels like a samurai game. And in fact, you went even deeper and gave us like one of our favorite directors, Kurosawa. You gave him an entire game mode where the entire game is in black and white except like certain elements. It's like a cinematic mode, and they love that shit. But because Westerners were upset on the Japanese behalf, that's why it didn't get Game of the Year. That's why. These filthy fucking colonizers making these Japanese games. We're really sorry. The Japanese are like, make fucking more of them, please. Okay. Oh boy. What do you call a female Naughty Dog fan? The biggest peanut butter consumers. I don't have the Rusty Cage clip of white girls fuck dogs, but I will have that by next stream, I promise you. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's all reset era women who are just like, I'm covered in cat hair and cat feces, and it smells like Brittany's Venti's house. Every time they walk past you, you've seen them in Walmart. Awards are fucking meaningless. Well, it's meaningless based on the institution. If they're giving it to you because your game is like the most socially progressive, then yes, your game deserves to not get an award, and any award that's given out to that game should probably be thrown in the trash because it's lost all meaningfulness. But if it's for actual technical work, then I would say yes. Awards are meaningful when it comes down to things on merit, not things that are given just because, diversity or you have the right politics, right? Or some combination therein of both. Let's see here. Unless it's a real one, like Congressional Medal of Honor, and even some of those have stank on them. Looking at you, Douglas MacArthur. Oh yeah. Like there's a lot of people who got the iron. Was it those they got a lot of medals, then didn't do shit. Like a lot of them got medals for doing absolutely nothing. Like the Nobel Peace Prize has been given out to a president that didn't do shit, right? And I think they gave one to Greta Thunberg for basically being a petulant child and skipping school. So you basically have told people that it's okay to be a fucking angry child screaming on the internet, right? Let's see here. LOL. There was an article saying Ghost of Tsushima was going behind Asian Americans' back. I'm going to be honest here and say a very poignant thing. Fuck Asian Americans and their fucking gatekeeping of culture. Look, if mainline Asia, we're talking the Chinese, we're talking the Japanese, we're talking Taiwan, or any of those other countries, if they feel so inclined to feel happy about what you create, I'm not trying to listen to some third generation asshole who feels as though because that's my culture, as you eat a fucking taco from Del Taco, right? Because it's usually the southern type or the Pacific Northwest people that are sitting there going, well, I don't know why you're so upset. It's my culture. Bitch, do you own it? Are you the king of the country? I don't think so. I think you can be offended all by yourself. Go fuck yourself, right? But that's just me here. That's just me talking. Speaking of awards, the woman that did the video slandering Japan and managed to get an Emmy. Yeah. Otaku, that's gonna happen a lot, right? That's why Luke Plunkett, my favorite gaming journalist, has been given a brand new job at Aftermath. Even though he basically made like racial allusions to another Japanese game down by using World War II iconography of Japanese American warfighters or British warfighters shooting down Japanese. Yeah, that guy's sexy, right? He's a fucking pussy wizard. The prom girl and the Chumbao girl. Yeah. So it's the same thing. It's the same kind of energy. They want to gatekeep you out, right? And normally I don't get these big boy thoughts out. Normally I try to keep them to myself, but I guess we can finish it off. I mean, we're just kind of edging into the 2-hour mark, so I'll kind of finish everything on that. But yes, when you had the Chumbao thing, the Chinese were like, we want to see more women wear dresses like this, and the Chinese Americans were big fucking mad. How dare you? You just said that they would be upset. They're excited about it. Do you know that they love selling Americans kimonos, coolie hats, basically the whole works, the whole kit and caboodle over there? Because they want you to celebrate their culture. Because when they see Americans come over and get so excited about their culture, yeah, Americans have a grating personality, but they get really excited to see Americans like buying into their cultures. They fucking love that shit. Mexico too. I mean, let's be honest, my Latinx brethren. Somebody was, I literally saw earlier where someone was like, if you call me Latinx, I'm throwing hands. Bro, listen, you can call me a filthy slur, and I would take less stock in it than if you called me a Latinx, right? One of the most disrespected classes on the planet, right? They saw Mario and a serape and a fucking he was in a poncho or a serape, I can never remember which one. Wearing a fucking sombrero, and people were so like, I'm so offended. I listen, my Mexican heritage, sir, please. Let's hear from the Mexicans for a second. Motherfuckers were eating that shit up. They were like, fuck yes. Finally. Number is it? Remember some New York Korean lesbian getting upset about white girls wearing kimonos? Well, of course they do. They all do. Because they listen, when it comes down to their heritage, they don't give a fuck about it. Because they're not like living up to the heritage. It shames them that someone is excited about something that comes from their country, or of their original country of origin, right? Wherever Nana and Pop are from, they're excited about it. Well, they could give a fuck less about it. They're absolutely sitting there going, ugh, I can't stand this. Until some white person decides, or some person who's not obviously a little too bright, is excited for their culture, then their immediate revulsion comes in for that person because it makes them feel like absolute dog shit because they don't even adhere to their culture. They're too busy eating fusion foods and breathing flavored air. In California, living the most Western of lifestyles. Meanwhile, some girl in a fucking chambao, it offended you because you don't take much pride in your Asian heritage. And it reflects back on you, and it makes you feel like a bad person. So those people must be bad because they make me feel bad. Welcome to 2023. Welcome to the times that we live in. Right? But it's not all bad because you got to know, like, if you posted that shit, like, I saw a white dude in a full Nigerian fit, and all the Africans came out and said, that is fucking fire. You got to wear the hat, bro. The hat makes up the whole piece. Listen, it looks amazing. And I was like, wow, the Africans are really about that shit. They fucking gave this man kudos and advice on how to wear it proper. They were like, you wore it the right way. And I was like, this is what I'm talking about. This is what listen. If I can leave you with one white pill for the day, which is not usually my thing, but I guess I can do it this once, right? The white pill for the day is that no matter what Americans say, there are other people outside of America's sphere of influence that give a fuck about what goes on, and they'll be happy to see you do something that honors them. And if you do it for the right reasons, nobody fucking cares. Nobody cares. In fact, they don't care if you do it for the funny reasons. But hey, that's just my thoughts here. Weak-minded pussies, yeah, pretty much. The softest people on the fucking planet. This is why you have groups like certain groups out there in the Middle East right now that basically threw like a nod to George Floyd because they knew who their people were. So they got to say things to get them on their side, right? Got to make a little allusions to certain things that happen in this country, even though it has nothing to do with your situation over there. But you gotta do the wink and the nod to let them know that, hey, we understand your plight. Just don't show up here. You might not be safe after dark. Oh shit. Let me see. What else? On one hand, they want more representation, and on the other, that's cultural appropriation. Yeah, pretty much. They're just not people that are happy people. This is what happens when you don't like your heritage, but you don't really want anybody else to have it either. Selfishness. This is that first player character syndrome that we all talk about. But thank you guys for coming out. I really do appreciate each and every one of you coming out here and hanging out with me because this shit has been a struggle today. I will say that thank you for working with me through the audio issues. I know that it's been like, where's Kefki? What the fuck is that? Yeah, listen, listen, you gotta ask Pat where I can get that clip at, because I need it. I'll extract the audio myself and provide it to everybody, but I gotta get that clip from Pat. But no. I'm gonna go ahead and get the fuck out of here so you guys can enjoy the rest of your Saturday fun day. Do something fun, enjoy yourself, have a fucking beer, some Cokes and some laughs, and do what you do best. Just go on out there and just be fucking people, man. Alright. I'll see you guys next time for the next Saturday Funday. You guys take care. Have a fucking blast. And I am gone. You guys get the fuck. Listen. No problem, Otaku. Listen, it's in my Discord. Okay. I'll grab it, Pat. Don't worry. And as always, listen, guys. I know it is trying times, but I gotta tell you, you ain't gotta go home, but you definitely can't stay yo bitch ass here. Good night. Take care and deuces, everybody. We are out. See you next time.
Thank you.